guys, this is our mini one ballet and tap combo class and a class for our Broadway babies, so also a ballet tap combo class. This is Miss Jen and this is Kate. She's going to assist me today. So we are going to be starting at the bar today, a little different than what we've been doing in some of our Broadway classes, but we definitely have started in the minis working with the bar. So we were going to start working at the bar. If you do not have a ballet bar at home, that's completely okay. You can use a counter, you can use a chair, anything like that will work. And we're just going to lightly hold on to it, okay? So as we get started today, something that we've talked about in our class a little bit is that our bar is like our partner, okay? And they're there for light support. So as you can see, Kate is not holding on too tight, but just a little placement of her hands. And she's not really far away from the bar. You don't want to be so far that your arms are completely straight, but you're also not right up on top of your bar either, okay? So just a nice little distance away that your elbows can be slightly bent and everything is nice and relaxed, all right? Miss Kate is also in our open book. So we, in our closed book, remember our feet are together, right? And they're in that parallel shape. And we're gonna let those toes open up like we're opening up our book to read it, all right? Today, we are gonna start with some foot presses and working through our plie and releve to warm our legs up before we really start to get moving. So we are gonna press our route foot, our right foot up, pressing 1, 2, take it down 3, 4, left foot 5, 6, and 7, again, and right. 2, 3, 4, and left, 6, 7, 8. We're going to take a little demi-plie. We're going to lift those heels up. 3, 4. We're going to straighten those legs. 5, 6, down, 7, 8. Again, 1, 2, press 3, and lengthen, and lower, reverse. Take a releve, bend those knees, heels press down, and straighten again, releve, and plie, heels go down, and straighten. Then we're gonna take our releve, stretching those dogs out. We can take those arms off the bar, and we're gonna balance. All right, good, shake it out. So as Kate is doing this, and as you're doing this at home, let's really make sure that as we push into those forced arch shapes, that we're not letting our ankles roll back towards our pinky toes, okay? Our big toe and the area around the big toe, the ball of the foot there has the most space, and that's where we're gonna wanna push our heels, so that can take the most weight of our body, all right? So we're gonna push those ankles forward, really working that turnout, all right? Let's try that entire exercise. We're gonna not work with music today, so we wanna make sure you really hear us as we're talking through the different exercises and technique, all right? Here we go. And 5, 6, 7, 8, pressing 1, 2, down 3, 4, and 5, 6, down 7, again, and press, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, and 8, plie 1, 2, heels press 3, and lengthen, and lower for 2, again, plie, and press, and lengthen, and lower, reverse, take it up, 2, and 3, and 5, and 7, again, releve, 2, and 3, and 5, 6, and 7, and 8. Nice, good job at home too. All right, let's move a little bit more into some things. So at center, we have definitely done walking our dogs. We have done our piqués where we dig in the dirt. We've done our dégagés where we do our little jumps over our fence. And we have worked with our ronde-jumps. So we're gonna put those all together, but do that here at the bar, okay? So the very first thing that we're gonna do, we're gonna work our tendus to the side, all right? So we really wanna make sure, as you can see, that Kate has her turnout and we have our open books going. So where she does her side tendu, Ralph, is going to be, the line is starting where her foot is already pointed. So we're gonna go that way. We're not trying to take it straight to our side. If you're looking at a mirror or you're watching yourself in a video, you wanna make sure that the inside edge of your leg is what is to the front. You do not wanna let that leg rotate so that the front of the leg is showing. We don't wanna see your shoestrings on your shoe. We wanna see the inside edge of that ankle. So remember, we've talked about in class, when we put little smiley faces on the inside of your ankle, your smiley faces are forward, okay? So we're gonna do smiley faces forward. So coming from here, we're gonna tendu. Tendu, 2 and 3, 4, again, 5, 6 and 7, left side tendu. 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7, again to the right, 2, 3, 4, little faster, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so again on that second side, we're gonna take tendu the second time around, 1, 2, close 3, 4, a little faster, 5 and 6, demi-plie. The other side, 1, 2, and 3, 4, little faster, 6, demi-plie. Okay, so that gets us through walking our dogs or our tendu portion. Remember, the first 8 is gonna be nice and slow. Second 8, we pick up the speed just a little bit. From there, we're gonna do our PKs, or digging in the dirt. All right, still holding onto the bar, a nice little press. Remember, from time to time, if you wanna take those hands away from the bar to make sure you're not gripping too hard, you can do that. Give yourself a little check. We are going to PK, 2, 3, and plie, and PK, 2, 3, and plie. Again, PK, 2, 3, and plie, PK, 2, 3, and plie. All right, so let's just go through that. So we're gonna do just our tendus and our PKs right now. Here we go. From the top, 5, 6, 7, and nice and slow. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, 6, close, 7, other side, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, tendu, 5, 6, and 7, a little faster, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and a 5, close, 6, demi-plie, left, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and a 5, and 6, 7, PK, and PK, 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 plie, and PK, 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 plie, and PK, 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 plie, and PK, 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 and plie. Nice. All right, shake it out for a second. Yeah, relax those dogs a little bit more. From here, we are gonna move into our dégagés, where we jump over our fence or jump over our balls in our yard, and we're gonna do some ronde-jumps with this as well. So as we're working our dégagés, we're only gonna work with going to the front and to the side, but with our ronde-jumps, we are gonna take that back position as well, because we're gonna do our backyard walking. So we are gonna take a dégagé to the front. So we have dégagé, 2, and a 3, 4, and a 5, 6, demi-plie, to the side, 2, and a 3, 4, and a 5, 6, 7, left side, Luther, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and a 5, 6, 7, and side, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now here's where we're gonna take our dogs for a walk. Remember when we do this at center with our Toy Story music? Okay, we have done this before. We are gonna walk into the front yard. We're gonna take Ralph to the side yard. We're gonna take Ralph to a walk in the backyard, making sure that leg is still staying turned out. And then we're gonna bring Ralph back home. We're gonna try that one more time. We're gonna take Ralph to the front, take Ralph to the side, take Ralph to the back, and bring him home. We're gonna take a little plie, and 3, a little releve, and heels go down. We're gonna take Luther to the front yard, to the side yard, to the backyard, bring him home again, to the front yard, to the side yard, to the backyard, and bring him home. A little plie, and lengthen, holding 5, 6, 7, and even here, you could take your balance if you want to at the end. Yeah, really working on that balance. Great job. Okay, so let's take that. We're gonna do our dégagés. Remember, front and side, and then we're gonna take our ronde-jumps. All right, here we go. And 5, 6, 7, dégagé, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, and 8, and 1. Carry side to the back, and close again to the front, and side, and back, and close up, plie, and releve, and 5, 6, bring it, Luther's turn, to the front, and side, and back. Let's try that again, ready? Starting at Luther's side, ready? 5, 6, 7, here we go, to the front, and side, and back, and close again, to the front, and side, and back, and close up, plie, and lengthen, and hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold try at the bar, this might be new. We've done all of these things before. We're gonna kind of bind them together. And we've done battements before. We haven't necessarily done battements at the bar. So we're actually gonna face, in our traditional ballet class, we usually start with the left side of the bar and work the right leg first. So we are going to put our left hand at the bar. Remember that that arm needs to be slightly ahead of you so you can see it out of the corner of your eye, especially if you don't have a mirror. You should be able to see it out of your corner, okay? And the elbows, again, it's not gonna be super straight, but you're not choked up on it where it's really, really bent. And we're in our open books, we're just facing the side. We're gonna do it to the front and to the side. Let's go ahead and put just our right hand on our hip. We are gonna take a little tendu, a little dégagé, a little battement, and demi-plie to the side. Tendu, and dégagé, and battement, and demi-plie. Now, while we're working this, I really want you to think hard about trying to keep our body and our alignment proper. So we're not gonna be like a crazy big battement today. Just a little bit bigger than our dégagé so we can still control it while we're working at the bar, okay? We'll go across the floor and let you do some bigger battements later. Ready? 5, 6, 7, here we go. And 1, 2, dégagé, and battement, and demi-plie to the side. 2 and 3, and 5, 6 and 7 and 8. All right, we're gonna switch that over to the other side. I'm actually gonna have Kate come on the front of the bar this time so you can watch it a little bit more from the front, okay? Here we go. We are gonna work the left leg this time, so our right hand's gonna be at the bar. And to the front and side only. 5, 6, 7, and 8, and a front. 2 and 3, and a 5, 6, and demi-plie to the side. And 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6, demi-plie. All right, very nice. Right now we're gonna get rid of our bar. We're gonna do a little bit at center just to get those feet warm with a couple sautés, and then we're gonna take some across the floors before we switch over to our tap shoes. All right, so same thing we did last week, working at center. We're gonna do some jumps. We're gonna do 4 jumps in first. Hands are gonna stay on our hips. 4 jumps in second, and then we are going to do 8 changements today, okay? So we're doing again 4 jumps in first, making sure that as we do any of these jumps that we land in plie, get those heels down every time. And as you see with Kate, our knees are going over those toes. We don't want to let our knees come in towards each other, okay, and hurt our knees. The other thing, if we watch Kate do some jumps from the side, and this is something great for you to do at home, if you have a wall, you want to make sure that you're staying nice and straight up and down. We don't want to let our bottoms go too far back and our chest go too far forward. Okay, we're gonna keep everything in a nice line. And as she faces back to the front, when she goes to jump, remember that we're gonna push all the way off our toes so that our legs get really straight and our feet get really pointed. Here we go, again, 4 jumps in first, 4 jumps in second, and 8 changements. And 5, 6, 7, 8, and a 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and second, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Nice, great job. Hopefully you do those at home. If you are still not quite warm enough to do across the floors with us, please take a second, pause, and maybe do a few more jumps, or take a couple little lunges and some stretches to get yourself ready to do some bigger things. All right, we are gonna start over here across the floor. And really simply, we're just gonna do our little bourrées or our little tiptoe walks, okay? Yeah. For our purposes, we are gonna work in 5th, so we're working with right foot in front, and those arms are gonna be in a nice high 5th position, all right? And we're gonna go up into the releve. And remember how we've talked about this in class, that our legs have to stay straight the entire time. And the steps are not gonna really travel you a huge amount. They're nice and tiny, all right? So we're gonna do just 8 counts across. Again, if you have some beautiful, maybe some princess music you want to play at home, or you have some great classical ballet music, you can pull some up on YouTube or on Apple Music, and you can get yourself a playlist if you would prefer to work with some music today. But like I said, we wanted to make sure that you could hear all of our information today. So here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Nice. All right, we're gonna have Kate step back just a little bit to make sure that we can see her feet in the video for you. Okay, so this next time, doing the same thing, Kate did a really great job of demonstrating how to do that really nice and tight. Yeah, so again, those movements are not really big. They should just look like you're gliding across the floor. That's what we're trying to aim for. Those arms are staying nice and rounded, and we're not gonna let our shoulders creep up and make shoulder earrings today. All right, here we go, going to the left. 5, 6, 7, 8, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Very nice. All right, our next thing we're gonna go straight into our hops with our passe, not just our marches. So we know that we can take a minute and warm those passes up, going to that big high march shape. We are actually gonna go ahead and put our arms in first and take it to a little bit more of a skip. So we have and up, and up, and up, okay? Again, we're gonna do 8 counts of that. If you wanna make that a little bit more, you're more than welcome. I'm gonna have Kate step into this corner so she can go a little bit diagonally. Sometimes going diagonally across the floor allows you a little more space. Here we go. And 5, 6, 7, 8, up, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, and 8. So, nice job. And right here at the end, if you notice that Kate did a few more of these, just so she had space, so she could have space and show you in the camera. She didn't like make it as large as she possibly could. She made it more about going up and down. And if you're working on that at home, I really want you to think about, as Kate does one, that you're getting that leg all the way straight underneath you, and you're getting that foot all the way to a pointed shape. Here we go. We're going to come back from the other side. 5, 6, 7, 8, and up, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, and 8. Nice. All right, next thing we're gonna do some battements. So we are just gonna work with those arms in seconds, and we are gonna go a little bit bigger than what we did at the bar, okay? So more of a grand battement. Now remember, as we do that, we wanna think about bringing our knee to our nose, not letting our nose go down towards our knee. So the center of our body needs to stay nice and flat. If you are still trying to grasp that concept and you need to put your hands at your waist so that you're making sure you're not crunching your waist, that's okay today too, all right? If you're ready for the challenge though, I really want you to keep those arms in a nice rounded shape in second position. So we're gonna take it up and down and 3 and down and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Here we go. And 5, 6, 7, and 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, breathe 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and finish. Nice. All right, we're gonna do that coming back the other way. Each time, try to think about exhaling, and remember that the power from this comes from behind your leg, not the top of the leg really squeezing too hard. You wanna try to get that to relax. So it comes from behind, all right? The hamstring and the glute is really gonna do a lot of work. Ready? 5, 6, 7, and 8. Brush it. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and stop. Nice. All right, last thing we're gonna do across the floor are some chaîné turns, okay? So those arms for us are gonna stay at our shoulders, and we're really working on trying to spot the direction that we're going. All right, so we're gonna step 1, 2, 3, and hold. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Turn it. 1, 2, 3, and hold. Prepare. 6, 7, and 8. Okay, now a couple things. As you notice as Kate's turning, those feet are trying to stay nice and tight. Her legs are really close together in first position, and her knees are straight the whole time. All right, and for us, we're adding those arms here, right? They're staying at our shoulders so that we can really focus on what our legs are doing, but we're still keeping our torso nice and lifted. Okay, it's gonna demonstrate going to the Ralph side. Ready, right side. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, prepare. Turn. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, stop right there. All right, we're gonna take the other side. So exact same thing, doing this exercise to our left. Ready? And 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, prep, 8. Turn. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and stop. All right, we're gonna take a really quick break for a second, and we're gonna switch over to our tap shoes. All right, guys, we are back with our tap portion today. And something we're gonna do a little different with this class than what we did last week is we're gonna do it without music, and that's so we really have an opportunity to be able to hear the sounds that we're supposed to be making with our tap shoes. All right, so essentially our music for today we're making with our feet, all right? And hopefully that'll help moms and dads at homes really be able to understand the concept of what we're trying to go for in terms of what noises we should be hearing so you can help your dancer, all right? So for our warm-up, we do our hands on our hips, and we are gonna warm up those toes a little bit, okay? So we just go toe, 2, 3, and stomp, okay? So what we're trying to really utilize is just the toe portion of the tap shoe, okay? So that's the only thing that should be making a noise, not the whole foot. Sometimes it's really fun because we like to make a lot of noise with our tap shoes, but this one should be a little bit quieter of a sound, okay? So 1, 2, 3, and stomp. Right there on the stomp, you get to use the whole foot. And then we're gonna do the Luther side. 1, 2, 3, and stomp. And we repeat the same thing. Right foot again. 1, 2, 3, and stomp. And left foot, 1, 2, 3, and stomp. From there, we're gonna flex those toes back. Yeah, you still get to bend the knee a little bit as you're gonna send the heel into the floor, allowing the heel tap to make the noise this time. Heel, 2, 3, and stomp. Heel, 2, 3, and again. Heel, 2, 3, and stomp. Heel, 2, 3, and stomp. All right? From here, we're gonna do 4 jumps in and out. This should be the whole foot making full amount of noise. We jump apart, together, 3, together, 4, together. All right? From there, we're gonna do our flaps. All right? So we do 3 flaps with the right foot. Our hands are pushing away, yeah? So obviously a lot of times in dance, we don't just isolate the lower body, even in tap. There's something happening with the upper body. So the first half of our warm-up, we usually try to warm up just the feet and what's happening. And then the second half, we wanna try to incorporate a little bit going on with our arms, all right? So we are going to flap, 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 stomp, all right? So we're pushing away. It's kind of the same motion happening with our feet and our arms. We're gonna do the same thing on the Luther side. And flap, 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 stomp. We're gonna repeat that. Flap, 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 stomp. And to the left, flap, 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 stomp. All right? So last week we kept those hands on our hips. If you still need to do that, that's fine. But from here, I would like for you to pick those arms up as we go into our flamingo, and we're gonna do 8 shuffles this week. So we have shuffle, stomp, shuffle, stomp, 3, stomp, 4, stomp, 5, stomp, 6, stomp, 7, 8, stomp, okay? Now parents or dancers, if your parents or a sibling is helping you as well, or if you're just doing this on your own, don't forget what we've talked about in class. With our shuffles, we want to think about making a flamingo shape, okay? And with that flamingo shape, that leg is pulled up behind, but your knees are still side by side. You're not lifting it too far back. And the noise starts, like we're lifting that leg from the back. The first noise happens when you brush the foot forward. Shuffle, stomp. So there should be 3 different sounds that are happening in each one of those shuffles. There's the first sound which goes forward, the second sound as it comes back, and the third one as it stomps down. Now with the shuffle, you are not trying to shuffle your entire leg. It is mainly the ball of the foot that is making the noise, okay? All right, so we're gonna try that entire warm-up. Again, we have the toes. We do 2 sets with the toes, 2 sets with the toes, 2 sets with the heels, 2 sets with the heels, 4 in and out jumps. We have 2 sets with the flaps with the stomps, flaps with the stomps, and then we're gonna do 8 full shuffle steps. Here we go. And 5, 6, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and toe. 2, 3, and stomp, and toe. 2, 3, and stomp again. 2, oh, stop right there. We're gonna do the toe twice, yeah, okay? So do everything 2 times through. Ready again? And 5, 6, 7, here we go. And toe. 2, and stomp, toe. 2, 3, again, and toe. 2, 3, and stomp, toe. 2, 3, now the heel. Heel, 2, 3, and stomp, heel, 2, 3, and stomp again. 3, and stomp, heel, 2, 3, and stomp. Now out. And 2, and 3, 5, 6, ready, and flap, 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 and stomp, and flap, 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 again, and flap, 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 and stomp, and flap, flap, flap. Now shuffles, and shuffle, step, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 7. Nice. All right, we're going to take it across the floor, okay? From here, we are just going to do in and out jumps, all right? As we said last week, it's really fun to step and make the noise happen with the whole tap shoe, all right? So these are going to be a little louder than some of the other things that we do, but it's also going to work on utilizing the understanding of opening the legs and then pulling them back together, okay? And how to really warm up those legs a little bit, ready? So out and in, we'll do 1, 8, ready? And 5, 6, 7, 8, go out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and down. Nice. And let's do that coming back. Ready? 5, 6, and 5, 6, 7, 8. Go down. And 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Stop. Nice. All right. Next up, we're going to try our chassés. Okay, so for jazz class, we're going to keep those arms nice and straight. We're going to face that way. We're only chasséing to the side. Okay, so if we really break this down, we're going to watch, okay, so you're really stepping into your second position, right, using that plie, and then we're going to bring those legs together in the air. One foot essentially is chasing after the other, okay? We do want to definitely use that plie so that we can really get down and up with it, okay? Here we go, 5, 6, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let's try that again. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, coming back. 6, and 5, 6, 7, and 1. Up 2, 3, up 4, 5, up 6, 7, and 8. Let's do that right side one more time. And 5, 6, 7, arm strong. 1, up 2, 3, up 4, 5, up 6, 7, and 8. Nice. And last time to the left. 5, 6, 7, and 1, and 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8. Okay, all right. Next up, we're going to do some toe heel, okay? It's going to look like a really small movement, but it's important that we're hearing 2 different sounds with each foot. So we have toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel. We're going to let Kate do it so you can hear her and not hear mine as well. Ready? 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? We're going to do that for 2 8s going this way. Ready? And 5, 6, 7 all together, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice. Coming back, we're going to let Luther side start first. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right. So I know some of my Friday minis have been able to really work on that and get that a little faster. So if you want to make it a little faster for your dancer, they can work on it, do it 1 and 2 and 3, and make it fast. Ready? So we're going to watch Kate. 5, 6, 7, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and. So we can work on a little bit faster footwork. One more time. The faster ones we're going to try. Ready? 6, 7, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Nice. All right, last thing across the floor we're going to do today is just some shuffles, okay? So we got shuffle, step, shuffle, step. And I do want them to keep their hands on the hips right now just so we can work on that balance as we're going across. Ready? 5, 6, 7, and step. Shuffle, step, shuffle, step, shuffle, step. 2 more. Shuffle, step, shuffle, step. Okay? All right, and coming back. 6, ready, here we go. And shuffle, step, shuffle, step, shuffle, step, shuffle, step, shuffle, step. Last one, shuffle, step. All right, awesome job. So what I would love to see happen right now is that I want you to switch over to the band app, and I want you to work on your tap dance for the recital. All right, we've added some more material for our Give a Little Whistle kids for Friday, and the full dance for our Broadway babies is already on that. So we hope you spend some time on your Olaf dance. All right, we'll see you soon. Thanks so much.